Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm trying to get a quick video in, just as I'm trying to get ready to go up to Dubuque, Iowa for UPA Nationals. And I wanted to make sure I got some more content up on my channel before I left. So today we're going to go over some quick tips and advice for your first powerlifting competition. Now the first one that I'm going to go over is make sure that you go over the rule book for your federation. So this is going to be important for a number of things. Number one, just knowing what equipment is legal in your federation, just how strict they are, that sort of thing. Also knowing what the commands are. Different federations will have different commands. For example, I know in the USAPL, they have a start, press, and rec command for the bench, while in a few other federations, they just have a press and rec command. So those are going to be important things to know before going into the competition so that you can practice those commands with your openers as you lead up into the meet. Now, the second piece of advice that I have is understand how the powerlifting competition will be organized. So usually it works on rotations. So that's typically maybe you'll have 3 flights, and in each flight you have, let's say, 20 lifters. So you have 20 lifters in flight A, 20 lifters in flight B, 20 lifters in flight C. Pretty much every flight will go through their squat attempts. So that's squat number 1, squat number 2, and squat number 3 before moving on to the bench. So all of flight A will go, hit all their attempts. All of flight B will go, all of flight C. Then they'll move on to bench. The same thing happens again, and then once again for the deadlift. So this is going to be important for you guys to know, just so that you can organize accordingly and just understand that it is going to be a very long day. So be prepared. Which brings me to the next point. Make sure that you bring food for your powerlifting competition because, like I just said, I mean, these days could last very well on a quick meet, 4, 5, 6 hours, or the longer ones could last even all day. So it really depends on how big your meet is and how well it's run. But I suggest to bring things high in carbs, nothing too heavy. Usually I prefer things like bagels. I also like to sip on Gatorade throughout the day. A lot of people prefer, just things like Pop-Tarts, donuts, that sort of thing, different pastries. Just make sure that you bring food for the day. Now, another thing that I want to make sure that you guys know is with the organization is know when to warm up. So this is a hard one. I would suggest that if you don't know when to warm up, go ahead and pair up with somebody who's already in the meet or who's already done a few meets and in your weight class, and kind of follow them around. So kind of just ask them and watch them to see when they start warming up or when just kind of the collective group starts warming up. This will be a good indicator of when you should probably start. But either way, usually when I get there, especially when you're in the lighter weight classes, you'll be going up pretty soon. If you're female lifting, you'll probably be the first group in the day. And then it kind of goes from there up to the heavyweight classes. But yeah, if you're in the beginning, I usually get there and kind of start warming up, just regular kind of just stretches, dynamic stretches, that sort of thing. Maybe a little bit of foam rolling, some band stuff, that just like that. And then when the flight before me is going, I'm probably already I am touching the bar already, and by the time that they're about on their third attempts, I'm already hitting my last warm up. So just make sure that you warm up accordingly, because you do not want to be the person that is being rushed for their warm ups, and sometimes it can be really hectic. Like you might not even get room to warm up. So just be careful with that. Don't get bumped out. Make sure that you give yourself plenty of time to warm up. So that's another tip right there. Another thing, kind of going with the rules, is make sure that you attend the rule session or the info session after weigh-ins, just so that you know exactly what the judges are looking for. So it's one thing to read the handbook, but also the judges will pretty much explicitly they tell you what they're looking for that day. So this is a good time to be able to tell whether they're going to be really strict or they're going to be lenient at that meet. So just keep an eye out for that. Kind of going off of that with weigh-ins, for your first competition, I tell people to not try to make a weight class. Just go in there and compete. Because if you try to make a weight class, it's already a whole different environment. You're going to get thrown off. Plus kind of, competing at different weights than you might be used to, especially if you don't recover well. There's just too many variables and too many things, positions for things to go wrong. So just be careful with that. Let's see, with attempts. I made a whole video on this one, but pretty much the rule of thumb is first attempt 90%, second attempt 95%, and then the third attempt 100% or more. So really make sure you're smart with your attempts. If you miss an attempt, do it again. You don't want to bomb out. Your opener should be as easy as possible. It should really, if this is your first meet, that first opener on the squat will really take the nerves off, and from there you're set to go. So just make sure that you absolutely 100% get your squat opener, because that's going to be imperative for you doing well that day at the meet. Now let's see a few more things. I guess the biggest and most important thing is probably just to go out there and don't look at any real records. I think the first thing a lot of people do is they go online and they try to see what state records they could break or what national records they could break. Just go in there and compete. If you end up breaking a record, great. But don't stress out about trying to, get those records or that sort of thing. Also, don't stress out about the competition. Really, honestly, no one's going to even be paying mind to you, especially if it's your first competition. Your first competition is really supposed to be a baseline. So just go ahead and go out there and have fun. Don't, go out there and try to bash someone or that sort of thing, because this is not what the sport is about. The sport is competitive, but if anything, it's more competitive at the individual level. So this isn't like, team sports where you'll talk shit to the other team. Not at all like that. So don't come in with that mentality. And then kind of going off of that is, don't be afraid to talk to people, meet people, network, that sort of thing. Who knows? You might meet someone that could really kind of change your powerlifting career for the better. You just absolutely never know. Not only that, but especially if you tell people that it's your first meet, people are going to be super nice to you, and they're going to be really willing to go ahead and help you out. So just be open with it, with the experience. Have fun, enjoy it, and don't stress out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys like this, please make sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment if you have any other more tips or advice, or if you have any more questions, that sort of thing. But pretty much that's it. And then for this weekend, I'll do my best to get video footage together of everyone competing. But I'll be honest with you guys, I'm going to be more preoccupied with competing as opposed to filming. So I'm probably not going to get the best footage, but I'll do my best to get some footage to put collectively together for a video. I'll probably get more footage of the girls because I won't be lifting that day. So we'll see how it ends up working out. I have to talk to the team and see what we'll end up doing. But thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.